We should all do a Pokemon impression. Your best Pokemon impression. No. Yes! Yes!
Squirtle.
Right. I got this.
Welcome to NoTownNerds. Let's go around that table, and we'll start with on my left.
Denora. And we were supposed to say our favorite Pokemon, but I'm just going to do an impression of Pikachu hitting Pikachu from the first movie. Pika! Pika!
I remember!
Pika! Pikachu! Pika! And then, like, the Pikachu is really sad, and they're, like, hitting each other, and that's what Pokemon is to me.
I was worried we were going to be off to a bad start.
Then across the table, we also have...
Merrick. I can't top that. I'm not even going to try it.
And then next to him, we have...
I am Nick. My favorite one is Vulpix.
And then we got our...
Jinx. Wait, hold on, time out.
Nicki Minaj.
My name is Matt, and my favorite is Jinx, the Nicki Minaj Pokemon.
I thought it was Vulpix. I was very confused. Okay.
And I'm Richard, whose favorite Pokemon is not a dragon, Charizard. So today we're talking about Pokemon, if you haven't guessed.
I was beginning to wonder what we're doing.
First off, let's start with a question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? So we have Pokemon, which is a huge thing, but what came first, the anime show, the video game, or the trading card game?
The manga?
No, actually.
I thought the game.
Eric, that's racist.
Is it the game?
It was actually the video game. The video game was created, and then like
The
year
Pokemon Company?
video game was created along with the card game, and then a year later came the great show.
But how did we all get into it? Because I know
Yeah.
for me, I think I watched the show and then got the cards and then got the game.
Well, everything for America came in '98. It came all together. Show came out, card came out. A year later, movie came out.
Because I was trying to think of the order I got into it, and I couldn't. Like, I was just like, I know, it was just like one giant Pokemon, and then like I got into everything. But I don't know about you guys.
No, same thing.
Yeah.
I think I watched the cartoon first, and then eventually got the game. Cause I remember watching the cartoon like every morning before I went to school.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I did only cartoon, basically. It was the only cartoon came on. It was probably during that time, too, when there was only one channel offering cartoons. Yeah.
Well, it was on Fox, wasn't it?
It was
Was
on
it Fox?
for a
like
while,
Fox
and then like
the morning
CW
show,
or something
I
picks
think?
it up. So.
Yeah, it was the WB.
Or
back then, right?
yeah,
right?
WB or Fox. I think
UPN, whatever it was. It was like that, whatever it is.
Channel 13?
59
Yeah.
now,
Yeah.
They're like...
Their kids
Veronica
block.
Mars for life, anyway.
And first anime show for a lot of people. I'm not sure if you consider it an anime show, but it is a cartoon from Japan.
Yeah, I would consider.
It is a show.
that's not my first one.
Okay, I was gonna say there are not. It's an anime.
You know, but it was like one of the intros for a lot of people.
Right.
That kind of got me into like Dragon Ball and things like that, and finally Onward and stuff. But it was an intro for a lot of people, and now
The dark way that's animated.
now,
Fat that's animated.
now Pokemon
Gateway anime.
It's a gateway anime.
I mean, it was definitely, it was a thing that I saw getting ready before school. Like it was just, it was on TV, right? And then I'd get to school and then go and make fun of the nerds that were playing the games. Basically, right? There was that duality there of like, of course I watch the show, but I was going to be caught dead playing the game in front of anybody at school there.
How old were you at the time?
It was like 7th grade.
19.
Yeah.
Really cool 7th.
No, see,
Really cool 7th
mine was
grader.
completely different in that everybody was really into the cards, and I don't know if this was, I don't know if it was just the small town because I was in like Washington at the time. We lived in this really tiny town, and we were all just really into trading the cards, and we didn't even play the game. It was just having the cards. So I just remember they banned them like at school. Like, I don't know why, but people, they were like, you guys can't bring your Pokemon cards to school. And we were all really upset, but we would stash them. And then one time, our bus driver, because we weren't supposed to have them on the bus. Exactly. We weren't supposed to have them on the bus. We weren't supposed to have them on school grounds. And then our bus driver was really cool one day. And then he was like, he or she, I don't remember. They were like, you guys can have the Pokemon cards, like, I don't care, like, whatever. And literally, it was like, everyone was like, yes, and like pulled out their backpacks and just pulled out wads of Pokemon cards and was like, yeah, and like literally we just held them on the bus.
My little town didn't really have Pokemon cards. I think so, like, came out in '98, but I didn't see my first card until like 2000, 2001, because that's when I was in high school. And I remember my first memory of it when I started seeing people doing it. It was mostly middle school and elementary at the time. High schools didn't really do that. And I remember walking around town with my buddy, and I saw this little kid sitting on top of a rock in his yard with a bunch of other little kids around him, like showing them Pokemon cards. And I remember him taking one card and he throwing it on the ground. He's like, "Don't bring that weak shit around here." basically like trading and very much being like, this is Pokemon. This is what our currency on the playground kind of thing. So I knew it was big then, and like the cartoon took off, that trading card game took off, and the video games, which was probably Nintendo, besides Mario, was their insane cash cow for a while.
It still is. Yeah. Like I can attest working retail, like it's still going really strong back then.
Yeah, and this is probably the first thing of the Japan that was that global marketing thing of like, we're gonna put out a cartoon, we're gonna put out a game, we're gonna put out card games, we're gonna put out all this stuff, and everyone has to buy all of it. Like it was first them, then Yu-Gi-Oh and all that. So
we ate it all up.
I never played the card game though. I never got into it.
I fake played it. I just basically, like, me and my brother had cards, and I would be like, because at the time I was, I think, in like 4th grade when I got into it. So my brother was even younger, so I would just be like, "Oh, let's play," and then we put our cards down, and I'd be like, "I do this, you do this. Oh, I won. I take your Pokemon." And so I will say
that's how you play, right?
Yeah, like I made up my own rules, and I always won. So that was as far as I got into the actual game.
Well, I thought you stack them, and then you have a slammer, and then you throw them down.
This is definitely like
Pokemon. I do remember Pokemon Pogs.
Oh man, this is definitely like one of those things that like every generation kind of has like the thing that you become obsessed about in that like elementary school, junior high, whatever phase that like it's everybody does it. All your friends are playing Pokemon or Pogs or whatever, and you're talking about like your school banning the Pokemon cards. Like I remember when they said no more Pogs, like in elementary school, they were literally like you can't bring them because people play for the cards essentially when you play the game that like you would so like it's exactly gambling, and some kids maybe were being taken advantage of or hustled or however you want to put it.
Just like I did. Exactly.
I don't know how popular the cards are now like it was when they first came out where everyone was playing it, but today I was in a comic shop that also had a card room, and there was 12-year-olds, 10-year-olds playing. There was a little tournament going on, and there was like 20 little kids there playing Pokemon cards. So obviously it's something that's still going, and still a bunch of little kids, they watch that cartoon and automatically they're like, oh, the trading card game exists? Let's go out and do the trading card game. And like I'm pretty sure the video games are still one of the top sellers. They came out with a new set of Get cards, a new set of games coming out. So I think they're going to Hawaii or something like that. Yeah. And so it's still growing super strong. I'm not sure if it's the same popularity, if maybe only the nerds now of schools are playing it, but it's still going really, really strong. And what do you think about that? Like this is a giant where like the hit slogan is "Catch 'em all." So basically, it's like you gotta buy every little thing that comes out from them. Does anyone own? Anyone own any Pokemon stuff like shirts or anything like that?
I don't think it's one of those that like I would never wear. Like, I mean, Pikachu's cute. I mean, like, but
you didn't have a Pikachu plushie?
I didn't. You know what? I might have like in the past when I was younger.
You're the one that's Snorlax.
Now I think about it, I'm like, I have a giant Gengar in my room that I see every day. I like walk by, like pet it, and I'm like, hey Gengar, and it's like they just totally forgot about it. So right now it's like, oh yeah. That's something I do every day. That's how I like often. It's like, oh yeah, that's the thing. So.
But I still have like the games, and I kept like I still have my my like Pokemon Red and Blue. Mm-hmm. I keep them. Like I think we had the game like we had all these different Game Boys, and I would make sure that I always had one that I could play those games on. So I think somewhere buried in my closet, there's one just chilling there. But I mean, for me, it's like memorabilia almost. Yeah. And then you never know, like one day I might be like, hey, I want to play this. And it's still fun to this day. Like you're just catching Pokemon. And it's like the original, what, 150?
Yeah.
Or so, you know,
I don't like the new ones.
I don't either. So
I think it's like, again, that's like,
this generation's Pokemon, like.
No, I like the new ones.
There was only 150.
The original has classics like Seal.
Yeah.
So
Seal is cute.
Like Seal.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Or Volt.
It just feels like
Voltorb, which is basically a Pokemon ball.
No one cares about that one.
More thought put into it. Now they're all like robots and humanoids and.
If I wanted to go catch robots, I'd go play Digimon.
Yeah. Digimon.
Get out of here with your Digimon.
I mean, what do you think about the fact that this is the first like real thing of like Japan importing something to the U.S. and the U.S. actually going like with the exception of
Godzilla.
An anime movie, Godzilla, or like an anime movie that came out beforehand.
Sushi.
This is like one of those first things. Is like we're gonna spend money to dub it. We're gonna try to sell it to an American audience.
Who did they partner with? Like, how did they?
Was it 4Kids?
Yeah, 4Kids.
4
That's what it
Kids
was.
who
It was
people
4
hate,
Kids.
but
It was 4Kids they partnered with, and so there was
they
a
made
couple.
us.
There was a couple episodes banned, and I'll talk about that later on.
The Caesar one?
But which one? The Caesar
I remember
one?
that one where kids were getting seizures.
Seizures,
or
yeah.
something like.
The famous
Cartoon?
like seizure, like everyone talks about shows giving seizures. This is the
Simpsons
famous.
did it.
Wasn't it with?
Yeah, there was a famous
Pikachu-
episode, and it
Wasn't
came
it
from
with
Pokemon.
Pikachu or something like that?
No,
or?
it came from Pokemon, and it was called Cyber Soldier Paragon.
Oh, of course.
Basically, a missile hits in like a. It's basically they go into the internet, which was popular back then.
Because
And-
hold on, time before you go into this. Just keep in mind, it caused 685 kids to have seizures.
Yeah,
Wow.
600 went to the hospital. 685.
But nobody like died, right?
And I
so we can
watched-
still laugh.
You can watch
it's still
this
okay.
clip on
Too
YouTube.
soon.
You can
Yeah.
watch this clip on YouTube, and a lot of times they slow it down.
Yeah.
And it is hard to watch. Even slow down, it is hard to watch. If you have a full screen, you're next to that thing.
Yeah.
It
Upside
is-
down watching it.
No, you can tell that it.
The way it's watch cartoons.
You can only say one word for the rest of your life. That's how Pokemon are created.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's very seizure-inducing. Like you can see it, just bright flashes of color that don't need to be there. And yeah, it happened, and it messed
it can.
people
Yeah,
up. It messed
it's
kids up.
Japan. There's no
Yeah.
rules.
And you recently you just watched prior to coming here the first 2 episodes
Yes,
again.
yes, I
Tell
did.
us a little bit about that.
Well,
And you've
I
never
mean-
seen them before.
no, I have.
Oh,
I
okay.
did. I used to watch the
Refresher.
show.
Got it.
I just was like, I just went on Netflix and they have the
Yeah, all of them.
Indigo League, which I guess is the very first season. I didn't know the
Yeah.
title or anything.
Yeah.
But I mean, I honestly do think it holds up. But it is so odd to watch it now and be like, so they're just sending that 10-year-old off into the world,
Yeah.
no education, is not going to college. Like, I just feel like an adult watching
His dead
it.
Pokemon
Like
job.
my parents are probably watching it how I'm watching it now, and is like, I don't know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, it's pretty dramatic. It's funny. I will say it's funny, and like the Pokedex is like a jerk and stuff. So that was fun. But I think it
Ash
was
was a jerk.
yeah, like
Ash is the worst Pokemon trainer ever.
like because
every
he's
man.
10.
Yeah.
Because they don't
Everyone
go to
else
school.
is
They
10
just
too. Everyone else is
but
10 too.
still,
Way
they don't-
smarter than he is.
No, like Pokemon trainers are inherently dumb because they stop going to school at 10 and they just get sent off into the
World
world.
experience. That's
Or
what they
we can
get.
argue that they're really smart and are done with school and can go.
I mean, maybe, but
They're very independent children that they can go off and go catch these wild
the
animals
mom
to
is just
compete
like,
in
"Fine."
these underground
They're-
fighting
we're
rings.
super like they were super excited for him to go, and then like I mean, and Pikachu's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Like Pikachu holds up, like no matter what, like how many years. Pikachu's a great Pokemon, but it was so weird to watch it and just be like, I don't know how I feel about the rules of this world. And then
Yeah.
like Misty was kind of weird, and like I don't understand why you would just have a water type Pokemon if you're not living on like an island, like because she's kind of useless. But and then like Team.
Like she's the Aquaman of the team.
Yeah, like, she's just like
One day it's gonna be my time to shine. That
Yeah.
beach episode
like,
coming around.
I
they're
think
like,
the second episode has introduces
One
Team
day we'll go to
Rocket. Like it introduces Team Rocket, which by the way, like the town just it cracks me up because like the police officers, like everyone's pretty inept at their jobs, but like the police officers like wanted poster, Team Rocket. And then literally they were flying in on a Meowth balloon and nobody says anything. Also, nobody says anything when Meowth is talking. I always thought that was weird that nobody reacts like that Pokemon can speak English. Like
Well, I think it's
Like-
like it's a known thing, right?
Is
It was like Stewie at that point, right?
it's,
Where like nobody
it's
wants.
weird, like, but nobody acknowledges. So I didn't know. I could not remember if they ever acknowledged that. But it's just like, I was watching and I'm just like, God, Team Rocket is just like floating in there and nobody's saying anything. And then of course, like they do their little silly plan and they don't, get away with stealing anything. But then they literally like Pikachu ends up like electrocuting them, everybody at one point, and they blow up the hospital. Like they like blow it up, and they should be all dead. Like they should be dead. Like
or
episode
have seizures
2,
or something.
By episode 2, Ash should be dead. And I was like, oh, they blew up the hospital, and then they show the rubble and stuff, and everyone's fine. And so I have some problems with the rules of the world. But I will say, like...
Well, what do people eat? And, like, do they eat each other?
I don't know.
Are there no other animals in the
Pokemon
They're all
world,
Pokemon, right?
I think they're all Pokemon. I haven't seen a squirrel. So
where's the conservationist like people like in there like let the Pokemon roam free like we're caring for preservation.
Pikachu didn't want to go in the ball, and so they're like the Pokedex is like, yeah, some of them don't like being in there, and I'm just like, okay. Like,
the animals don't like to be put in cages, but we should force them there anyway. Okay.
But
metaphor.
I did record a couple clips because I really did like that. Like one of them, I don't even know if it's loud enough to play, but I will play it.
Put it to your heart.
Just put it to your heart.
Right before my eyes, spreading your wings and soaring like a Spearow. I feel more like a fallen Pidgey.
And I just feel like this is when Ash is really sad.
Nick said that earlier.
This is like
That's where I got it from.
Yeah. This is like episode 2, and Ash is having like this moment, and I just thought, man, I'm gonna use Fallen Pidgey all the time because when I'm sad, that's the perfect way to describe it. Also, so episode 2, like he tried to catch a Pidgey, and the Pidgey like broke free, and so he was all bummed out that he never like caught.
Because he can't figure out how to catch a damn Pokemon.
Because the Pokédex told him you should probably have your like Pikachu fight that the bird, and then
mission.
and then Pikachu was like no. But then the cliffhanger for episode 2, I really liked too. Let's see.
Ash capture the Caterpie? What sinister plans are being concocted by Team Rocket? Will Misty ever get a new bicycle?
That was the cliffhanger.
Because like he steals her bike.
Yeah, he steals her bike and destroys
jerk.
it. And destroys it along with the hospital. Like he destroys the bike along with the hospital, and then right as he's about to catch the Caterpie, because he's all Caterpie and like loses his mind.
So I
need to rewatch this. This sounds
like,
amazing.
No, it honestly holds up, but in a really weird sense. But like the cliffhanger was so dramatic, and I was just like, okay. And then so I watched like the next like 2 seconds of the other episode. Spoiler alert: he catches the Caterpie.
Does she get a bicycle?
That I do not know. I don't know if she ever.
That's a whole season.
She never gets the bicycle. She never gets the bicycle. But like this whole thing's about catching them all, and you follow a guy who rarely catches anything.
He uses one mainly.
Yeah. He uses one mainly, and he passes a lot
can't even evolve it either.
Yeah, he passes a lot of cool ass Pokemon that people would die for, and he just like, you're my friend now go into the wild.
Well, what's hilarious too is like the first episode I feel like mirrors PokemonGo, like how there's Pidgeys and Rattatas everywhere. Literally the first episode he's all, there's a Pidgey, and then like there's a Sparrow. Oh, okay, and he's all Rattata, and like and I'm just like, this is our struggle. Like this is the app. Like they watched that episode and was like, oh, that's all the Pokemon that should be there.
And they neglected to watch every other episode after that.
Exactly. So that was weird watching it. I was like, oh, it's like
this is one of the big things of the game is that you're always wearing repellent because these damn Pokemon pop up on you so much you can't walk anywhere.
Yes. I remember sometimes I would be like, I got to get out of this cave, and so I would just use it. Like I'd be like, I'm so over like and then, like having to fight some dumb Pokemon, like so over it. But yeah, so but I do honestly, it's a pretty interesting rewatch, and I think I'm gonna keep rewatching episodes because it is a weird show.
I want you to play clips of this show just constantly.
I mean, I will look out for clips.
I have a whole queue here.
Exactly. I mean, and those are the only 2 that I was like, that stands out to me. Like, I have to record those and put them on social medias and Snapchats and all this because
we're gonna be doing the Guardians episode next year, and you're gonna be playing Pokemon clips.
Exactly. Big Pokemon rewatch.
You'll finally finish the first season of Pokemon.
Exactly. But yeah, so I just had to share those because Fallen Pidgey I'm gonna use in my life.
So I looked up why Meowth can speak.
Okay.
And
because it's a cartoon.
First off, it's on Bulbapedia.
I've been
right. Bulbapedia. Yeah. Right. Okay. And so it says one day Meowth came across a female Meowth named Meowsy.
They have different names?
Meowsy, yeah. She rejected him, saying that he was poor
Right.
and that she
What?
preferred humans. So Meowth attempted to make himself more human-like
I
to
remember
make her
that.
love him.
I remember
Thus,
that now.
he painstakingly taught himself to speak human language and walk upright like a human.
I think that was the day he was trying to impress like the boss of Team Rocket in the arena. And he can't do like I think the Meowth has that power where he can make like money rain down.
Yeah.
Which I don't know
That's
why
like an
Team
attack.
Rocket isn't just catching those damn things. To make money rain down from the sky, like you don't need any
You
other
can literally
Pokemon.
make it rain.
Yeah.
Other than that.
No, they keep trying to hatch Pikachu.
Which is
could've
only
put
like
something
a
besides the
slightly
bullets with
stronger
Thunderbolt.
regular Pikachu.
Yeah.
And it's like but that's their life goal is
He
to
doesn't
catch
have
that thing.
Thunderbolt.
Also, Pokemon are really smart. Like, that just shows you that they're actually really smart. And they can understand English because Ash is just talking to Pikachu. He's like, Pikachu, you're going to do this. He's all, Pika?
And you know what he means.
Yeah, exactly. And then Ash is
like
kind
a
of
rock
like,
dog.
making
Hold on.
himself
My
understand.
dog has the same reaction, right?
Your dog
But
is
it's
Pika?
very specific. It's very
He doesn't bark, he just
specific,
says
like English phrases. It's not even phrases. Like they're just talking to them like they understand completely, and they're like, "Oh yeah." And then Pikachu's having all this attitude. But it's like but then when Ash like he'll have conversations, and that was I think the second episode. He was all like, "Pikachu, you need more power, like Pika power," and he's all Pika, like, and he's like, and then Ash understands. And it's like hops on the bike to make more power, and I was like, I think like he just thought, oh, I get it, but he didn't really understand Pikachu. Whereas Pikachu clearly understood everything that.
Whereas
Ash was saying.
Pikachu's like, no, I need antibiotics. I'm dying.
That ball is so cold.
Stop throwing me out that damn rock Pokemon. Like, don't work.
The keys, not the cheese, the keys.
Your friend right next to you has water Pokemon for this type of event. Use hers. More
Steal
power,
her bike.
Pikachu. He is the dumbest trainer.
He's really dumb. And
That
Misty,
dumb 10-year-old.
Misty is dumb.
What do they know about life?
Misty goes like this to Team Rocket. Well, great. Now I'm gonna have to like take care of this. So she throws her like Pokeball, and it like out comes a Goldeen, and it's just like Goldeen, and like she literally like she threw that out as like a distraction because she knew that she couldn't do anything, and Team Rocket just stood there like, well, you can't do anything with that, and then she just was like Goldeen return, and that was
that's it.
Like she didn't even try, and she's all, yeah, water Pokemon can't do anything without water, and I'm like, yeah, there's no water. Like, why did you even bother doing
Only I
that?
went to school.
Like, exactly.
Basic things.
Exactly.
Basic elements.
That's my biggest issue.
Was Brock introduced yet?
No.
Okay.
Brock
It
was
was
remember
like
he came in
episode
later
like
on, yeah.
4 or 5, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm impressed that you
Well,
know
fine,
that.
yeah.
His whole goal
That
too.
wasn't in the cliffhangers.
That was
so-
because everyone wants to be the best something. Like Ash, best trainer, and then
I thought he just wanted
Misty just wants her damn bike, and then
Apparently.
Brock is supposed to be the best. Wants to be
Brock?
the best
Brock?
Pokemon breeder.
Yeah, he wants
Oh
to be
yeah,
a
you
big
want to
Pokemon
be the
breeder.
breeder.
Yeah.
It's something weird because like he doesn't have like a family. It's like a really huge family.
Yeah, he has a huge
Okay.
family, and he's like the.
So then
like
he's
the,
like familiar with breeding. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. pretty
Well,
much.
yeah, that's kind of like no, that's like if I like. I don't know.
He only liked humans.
He's
Now
evolved
he
the
learns
humans
to
as much
speak.
as they can. Now he's
He's
ready to
basically
move
learned how
on.
to speak English.
Brock always brings up an interesting thing about when it comes to anime, where like in most animes, everyone is Japanese,
You can't
despite the
see.
way they look.
You just can't see.
But then Brock is that I guess very Japanese character,
overly Japanese.
overly Japanese
You're
character.
saying that his eyes are just lines?
just
Yeah.
lines,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
lines.
There
It's
was
like-
an episode where he did finally open them.
and they're just dots.
No, he would just hold it out. It was like made in front of him.
There's no pupil. It's just the iris. Or there's no iris. It's just pupil.
It's also the seizure episode.
You see the face of God.
Which I looked it up, by the way, if you guys want to watch it. It's only a couple
At
seconds.
your own risk.
Yeah, I'll play for me. I want to see it real quick.
I'll dial
So,
911.
It's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay, hold on.
Everyone in the
Take out your
podcast
wallet
is
and put it in
seeing-
your mouth. Real quick.
Everyone on the listening to the podcast, close your
Okay,
eyes.
all right. Here, let's-
Visualize.
Take your-
visualize.
take your
Here we go.
What's going on here?
See, Pikachu's involved.
Oh, that is-
Caesar's-
Yeah.
Jesus. That is just non-stop flashing.
Oregon.
there
That
you
was
go.
I told
Only
you
parents-
Pikachu was involved
there
though.
more?
That was
That was
the
like,
only
what, 3
appearance of
seconds?
Oregon too, and so you never saw
I
Oregon
feel like
again.
for
Yeah.
3
cheated.
seconds, that's a lot for like 600
I
plus
guess,
people.
yeah, like kids like sit up close to the TV.
Yeah.
And you imagine
I
that
do
on
watch
a,
TV.
on the big on a screen, like a
Yeah.
bigger TV that
I
thing
mean,
engulfs the TV.
it's definitely the red that flashes.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
and
And
that's,
And
that's
this isn't
really.
like
Yeah.
every child. This is people who are already
Susceptible,
teasers,
yeah.
things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Like, So that kind of got, I could totally see why. And like I said, watching it on a computer screen when it's full out, I got a little bit dizzy, like checking
and that's
that
probably
thing
like
out.
a shorter frame rate too, or lower frame rate.
Yeah, whatever the conversion is to YouTube and all that. But I mean, it didn't say that it was modified. But yeah, I mean, I can't imagine that there's like a YouTube channel where it's like seizure-inducing video.
There was a couple more banned episodes. One of them actually was pretty harsh, and it's the Safari Zone. You talk about why don't Pokemon just run free. There's an area where they run free, and in that episode, a dude like straight up holds a guy hostage with a gun. And has a gun pointing to his head in the episode.
I remember the Safari Zone. I played it on the game.
Yeah,
I like
was
the
this like
Safari Zone,
right
but I don't
after
remember
like
guns
Columbine or something? I remember
it
hearing
was
about
around
something,
that time. Yeah, it was
some sort of
around that
shooting or
time.
something.
And so they were like, you can't have this guy hold a gun. And like, I watched it on YouTube, and I'm like, damn, this is pretty harsh for a kid's show. That dude straight up has a gun. Like, it's to me, it's like a gun, whatever. But it's straight up pointing to some dude's head. He's like, I'm gonna kill this guy. It's like, damn. So they banned that one, and there was like a Twin Towers one, where it was like basically a Tentacruel was destroying a city, and they just said it was too close to the Twin Towers.
Right. I do
So
remember.
they said against that, and then one was a beach episode where Jesse had boobs, and they were like, no, we can't do this. We can't
Like,
do
were
this.
they covered?
Yeah, he had a bikini on, but he straight up had like boobs. Like it's like a bikini. Like there was no like oh, these are just like fruit. Yeah. No, it's like no, this character has freaking huge boobs and looks just like basically Jesse. And like that's
it's like they switch heads.
Yeah, they switch heads and stuff like that. So like
those cartoons.
I think I got that wrong. Who's the other guy with Jesse?
It's Jesse and James.
James had boobs. James has boobs and looked like a girl.
Jesse
so they
also
banned
had boobs.
I was gonna say, I was like,
Jesse always
bigger
had
boobs,
boobs.
like, because they exist.
Those were gateway boobs for a lot of people. Another dark path people talk about.
This is getting up real quickly.
Speaking of the dark paths there, and there was a Christian group that didn't like the game. Yeah, right.
Shocker.
I'm like perusing the Wikipedia page real quick here, and no, so there was.
No, isn't it like the Bulbapedia?
No, I'm back to regular old Wikipedia now. Yeah.
All right.
Regular old.
Yeah.
Don't be silly.
That's a shame.
So it's kind of silly. I know they're saying that so Pokemon has been criticized by some Christians over perceived occult and violent themes.
Right.
And then at the end of it here, there's a quote that says, "Some people aren't happy with Pokemon and want an alternative. Others just want Christian games." And so this guy invented the Christian Power Cards. That's a Pokemon, the card game, but uses biblical figures.
That should be way more violent, if anything.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just thinking about it right now, and I think there's a lot of ways they could go with that.
There's a lot of spite, a lot of wrath going on.
Exactly.
A lot of fire.
I really want to see like
a
game where you battle like Pokemon, but with these religious figures. Like I want to see just how that dynamic works.
I bet you like David Sling.
Yeah.
You can throw a sling at somebody.
Yeah.
But it's kind of what you're supposed to collect all these religious figures.
I
battle.
That seems offensive.
Yeah.
Give me a few minutes to read up on Christian Power Cards.
Sitting in his grave.
David used sling. Jesus used turn other cheek.
He turned water to wine.
Damage nullified.
Jesus used work in mysterious ways. Okay, so Mewtwo, he was what, 151?
Mewtwo, I think it was 151. Yeah. He came out, and they had that. Actually, the movie came out like a year later too.
I love the
which
movie.
is Mewtwo Strike Back.
It is deep. It's all about racism and like people looking different, and in that case, Pokemon.
Yeah.
But like, it is so deep. I rewatched it a couple years ago with my friend on VHS. We were going hardcore like nostalgia.
I have a ton of VHS. Like
and I was amazed at like it's like, oh wow, I was like, kids should watch this, like every child should watch this movie because you understand like how you can accept others, and even if they look different, you gotta accept them because some Pokemon have little like lines on them that show that they're evil and they're clones, but then other ones don't. But you should accept both and you should all be friends.
And two, like I think it's the first time you saw like a main character. That was probably the most dead a main character had been in a cartoon.
Like
where
Ash?
It came with Ash.
Oh yeah, Ash like
got hit
didn't he
and,
legit like almost die? Like
he was
I mean,
dead,
he
actually.
did.
He was actually dead.
Like,
and he got brought
he
back.
did.
But like at like
just like Jesus, this is a card game.
that Christian card game writes itself. But it was pretty much the most dead like a character had been up to that time, probably.
Yeah.
This is 99, so like it's not really used to killing or almost killing a main character off. So I mean, that was a really sad moment. I remember getting teary-eyed as a kid.
Because they're all crying.
Yeah.
All of the Pokemon were crying, and then
and
like
then
their tears brought him back to life.
Yes.
Just like Jesus.
So let's go put all the Pokemon in a big factory and we'll just extract their tears.
Fountain of youth, we have discovered it.
And Ash thanked them by imprisoning them all.
Yep.
Exactly.
Okay, guys,
Back in
get back in the Pokeball and go in my bag.
Thanks for that.
I was going to add really fast about the movie. The most important part was not actually the movie. It was, and I was very upset as a kid that I did not see it in theaters because they were giving out. Did you get the Pikachu card? Because there was like a golden. There was a golden like Pikachu card, and I remember I was like really upset. I never went and saw it, but people lined up like
one of my
hardcore
favorite like collectible Pokemon collectible things is I think I got them at Burger King, and
Yep.
they were the little
ball with
Pokeballs.
the gold.
Yeah.
Yes.
You hit the button, they opened up, and there was a little thing there.
I'm pretty sure
They
that's
say
this.
it's 24 karat plated, and like.
Yeah, I remember.
But
Yeah.
if you remember back in the day, like you could buy like a gold necklace for like $10.
Right.
So like it could actually be like gold plated. Despite they are heavy. I have one.
Yeah,
They're heavy as hell. So they to
gotta
me, I'm
find
like they
mine.
might actually be
I
gold
have a
plated.
couple somewhere.
I know where mine are.
Sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine.
I kind of want to go to one of
Yeah.
those places where you can scratch it to see.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is actually real gold.
The brains in my backyard. For later use.
Yeah, pay my rent with that thing.
Or
they
buy
had,
the Pokemon game.
they had a couple of cards that came out with like you go there, you have a bunch of cards. So that whole thing was very intertwined the whole time. The games, the cards,
yeah.
the movies. It was like a great promo thing. They made so much money off of it. And actually, too, that movie was a #1 animated movie at the time, but it got destroyed 2 weeks later by Toy Story 2.
Okay.
So it got
respectable.
taken
Yeah.
by like really quick, but it made $30 million on opening weekend.
That's a lot. And
Yeah.
that's in what year? Like,
That was 99.
That's a lot for 99.
Yeah, that's not a lot.
But that's
Cost like
because
$2.
everybody wanted that card.
It was
Just telling you.
160 worldwide. So 160 grossing was that movie. So it was a damn good movie, and people were super excited. They did a good job of pumping that out as fast as they could too. In the span of like 2 years, you had like all this stuff thrown out there, and everyone loved it, and everyone got all excited about it. Matt, any good Pokemon? What's your Pokemon relation, or you don't care at all?
I watched the show before I went to school, and then I went and
I made fun of
and then I
the
went
nerds.
and beat
Yeah,
up
he made
kids
fun
to play
of them.
Pokemon Go. No,
He made fun of my small town
Yeah.
and all of our
Making
illegal
fun of you guys right
contraband.
now.
And you could also dance it either. But.
Yeah.
So you weren't cool, is what you're trying to say.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. No, I mean, I really had no relationship with Pokemon aside from the maybe year that I watched the cartoon before school, and then Pokemon Go recently. That was it. I mean, it's really like I never owned any of the video games or anything like that, but Pokemon Go has been very interesting. That like the whole science of it is nothing new. That whole concept of augmented reality,
Yeah.
but it's like who the hell would have predicted that was going to blow up like it did?
Google.
Right? Google.
Well, they made that April Fool's joke, I think was it last year, where they just made like a fake trailer of catching Pokemon in the real world and applying. They had an open position at Google, and it was like Pokemon Trainer or something like that. And then, lo and behold, the people who left Google to form Niantic were working on Ingress, and after that, they announced a Pokemon Go trailer using like Google technology, Google Cloud, and all of that stuff.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, it's been amazing to see. It was like 10 million people hit it, and now it's falling apart. Like it's everybody's just dropping off. And
It's true.
there was supposed to be like editions of like battles and things like that. Have you guys? Is that out already? Are you still even playing to keep track of it?
I'm still playing. I think it's down to like the people who are just into Pokemon or
Really
like
into
it,
Pokemon.
Yeah. All the fad people quickly dropped off.
No. I just saw it's a World Star video of a guy doing like a Twitch stream where he has like two devices. So he's playing the game, and so you see him superimposed with a video of his phone as he's playing it, and you see someone walk up behind him and smack him and then rob him, and it's all streamed live on his like Twitch channel.
Yeah, that's like horrifying.
Yeah, it's like insane to watch, but like there was a lot of crazy stuff that happened that this game brought out like the worst
even
in people.
You still see it like.
In Fresno, we
yeah.
had a case, and actually, I remember going around at night. I had the phone on, driving. I know you're not supposed to, but I had it on driving. And there was a lure.
You were a passenger.
Because it asked me if I was driving, and I said okay, but
doesn't know.
I lied. I'm sorry.
But sorry, they don't want you driving, but that's the only way to catch like rare Pokemon is by driving around with the damn thing on. But anyways, it was probably like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was getting off of work, and there was a lure attached to a Pokestop on the Clovis bike trail that was in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, I wonder if I watch that Pokestop, like something really bad's gonna happen to you. Like that's just, I mean, you're off of the road. There's no lights out there, just a dark area, and there's a Pokestop that's lit.
Team Rocket is there.
They have a giant net.
Team Rocket's a little less obvious this time.
I see a big hot air balloon in the shape of meow.
That's how you know.
People should have dressed like Team Rocket, robbing people, and that way other people just laugh as you get robbed.
They just go along with it, like
go along with it.
But
Team Rocket being Team Rocket guys like crying on the floor.
But the robberies aside, though, people were like jumping in houses or jumping fences and going into people's backyards.
I really didn't get
like
because there's
trespassing and
there's a radius you can still reach.
You can still get stuff.
Someone's backyard.
Like you don't need to go into someo's living room to catch the Pokemon.
I just leave them alone.
They just got released into the world. 10 years old.
The big thing around town right now is that golf courses have the best. They have nests and they have like some of the best Pokemon, and so people run on golf courses and people are getting pissed.
They're telling telling each other where to park and how to get in.
Because right now there's a golf course that has Squirtle, and so you have so many people running around this golf course trying to catch Squirtle. And you just can't. You can't just walk on the country club and start catching Squirrels.
Yeah. Help me drop a fence against Squirrel.
Well, Squirrel's my buddy right now. I want to get a Wartortle and a Blastoise.
When I went out to Wasteland, when I went out to Wasteland Weekend, there were 2 Pokestops out there, and so even at the end of the world, there's still people playing Pokemon.
Well, it's more than my neighborhood, so. I guess my neighborhood's further than the end of the world.
If only I could have gone back and played Ingress, I could have Pokestop the shit out of my house here. Just sit in your living room all day, just catching Pokemon.
Send a blower skin riddle.
Are we aiming for 40?
I don't know. What do you do?
Cool.
Yeah.
You can
behind the scenes talking.
No, we could just suddenly in the middle of the episode have a conversation of.
Quick, something adorable.
Pika! We'll just start
We'll just end it with the poker rap.
Bulba.
This is a family show.
We're gonna soon get a Christian spin-off of this show.
Jesus.
That's like. Well, how would you break that up? Because they say their name, but like when they talk, they break it up. So you can't do Jesus.
This is all getting cut out, right?
I thought my Pikachu break was like.
We've only got like 10 listeners. We just alienated like probably 2 of them.
And me, by the way.
I'm just saying, Gamora's the best gym to try to take over.
Which one?
Gamora.
They have the best
I've worked my whole life to be able to make Pokemon sounds, so I'm just gonna let it all loose now.
You got it.
This is the time to do it.
So what other ones do you have?
The one I don't like is actually Charmander, because I love Charmander, but he's just like Char. See, it's like Char. Charmander. Like he doesn't even say his. There you go, Nick.
What does Psyduck do? Because I know he gets headaches.
Or whatever.
Come on, Nick.
So you guys all know.
Do Psyduck talking to Slowpoke? That was in the cartoon as well. Psyduck was trying to talk to Slowpoke.
I don't know. Slow.
Or something. Yeah, like that. It's so slow.
I don't know. I do the main one.
You haven't come to Jigglypuff yet.
What?
We're not doing a Jigglypuff song.
Or whatever, isn't it like that or something?
It sings.
It's a song.
Yeah.
That's right, it sings and no one wants to hear it
and
sing.
then like I just know Chansey because it's like the one that's at the hospital. It's like Chansey. Like like she's all Chansey, go take that Pokemon into this, and Chansey. So it's interesting. Chansey understood her exactly. I'm just saying.
The noise the wheel makes as she pushes
the poor Pokemon. But anyway, continue.
What else you got? Any more Pokemon?
I don't
That's
know.
just hilarious.
I'm trying to
Just
think.
speedball all of them right now. Yeah.
Just throw them out.
Oh,
If anyone-
150, just keep going.
Poke rap.
You got 20 down.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Meowth.
Meowth is just talking. We're doing Meowth right now. It's just English.
I've been doing Meowth this whole time.
I'm just impersonating this whole time.
Painstakingly learn English.
I love the human woman.
So what about the other the imitations? So Digimon, was it Yu-Gi-Oh? Is that similar?
Get that out of here.
Well, get that weak shit out of here, man.
Yeah. Knock it off. Don't even bring it up.
Yu-Gi-Oh was just a straight up card game.
The show, and then I just know my brother was super into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I freaking hated it. I hated it. And then I was anti-Digimon because I was like, I am team Pokemon. Like,
Digimon was a great show, though. Digimon had some storylines in it.
And that movie was crazy.
Like, that movie was crazy. Yeah. That was a really well animated movie.
That was really neat.
But they're talking about the feels. Digimon had.
I will not be watching it.
Because those things were your friends.
I will not be watching it.
Not your slaves.
Yeah. You know what? Whatever.
It's not my Gengar, so it's okay.
They didn't have Pikachu. Pikachu was timeless.
I guess I have these. I have visual aids that no one can see, so I'm gonna describe them to you guys real quick. But since everyone here pretty much had cards growing up, you did know, right? But not.
He made fun of the people who had cards. Did you have cards?
Yes,
though?
listen, nerd.
Did you have?
How does your game work, nerd?
You didn't have anything? You didn't have like one pack, like not even like one pack of the cards.
Nothing on the floor.
Never.
You never wanted like a holographic, so you didn't buy like one pack.
No, like we didn't have a lot of money, so I didn't have this kind of stuff. Like there was one summer that I got real into the Marvel cards. Yeah, but I didn't have the expendable income for this kind of stuff. Maybe that.
I had a binder.
Maybe I hid behind, not having it.
I drew my own Pokemon cards.
Yeah. Anyway, how's the game played? How does it go?
Well, I'm not going to talk about the game. I don't even know how the game is played. All I was going to talk about is that one of the big things with PokemonGo coming out is that everyone's looking online at cards, and everyone thinks that the card they owned back when they were a kid are worth like $3,000-$4,000, and everyone gets so excited about it. But the thing is, they're not. The thing is, 90% sure that you don't own the cards. Yeah, they're like Beanie Babies, basically. But you're 90% sure you don't own the cards that are actually worth money.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people who...
Just throw that out there.
And I know my Superman Dies comic book is going to get expensive one day.
And the thing is, you got
you
got a lot of people on eBay. You got a lot of people doing this, not only trying to sell their cards, but also buying other people's cards, thinking they're going to sell it for $1,000. So you got people
flip those cards
who don't even know that they just lost so much money on themselves and stuff like that. And so I brought 4 cards, all different, all from that back in the day, and there's only one that's actually worth money. And
better be the cute Pokemon, because I'm looking at it right now because they're ugly.
I was gonna tell you, like, with
the bug ones. I hate the bug and the plant ones.
So I was gonna tell you what they were. So basically, the common one is this one right here, which is just it's not just the Pokemon, but it's just the card with a regular box, and you see there's like a little shadow here that kind of makes the box stand out.
Yeah,
this is a regular card. This is like the last print they did, because they were like, we printed out a card, then we didn't like the way it looked, so we put a drop shadow on there. We'll add some stuff. There was some errors, so we're going to correct it. And so this is like the one that everyone has. This is the one that's not worth anything.
Right.
But people will buy it, think it's worth a lot of money. And then there was another set, which is called Shadowless, which is that drop. Yeah. That drop is gone. This is worth a little bit. Like when I say your other card was worth nothing, this is maybe worth 2 cents plus nothing.
But this one.
And then there was one.
Is it?
Dratini. How's
a Dratini, and Dratinis are cute, so that's what matters. 2 cents and cute.
And then you got another one with a little stamp on the corner that says First Edition. And just because it has First Edition doesn't mean it was first. It's a little stamp on the left corner and it says First Edition.
Fold it in half.
That makes it worth a little...
We are passing around the card. We are passing it around.
That makes it worth like 4 cents plus nothing.
And so it is not an attractive one.
You're getting there. And then the last one, which is no drop shadow and the First Edition stamp. This card right here, it's a common card, regular card. Everyone had a bunch of these. This is $7.
That's not bad.
Wow.
$7 for every common card. It's like 7 to like 10 or 12. That's when you get a Charizard that Charizard everyone wants, that's when you get one that's $1,000.
So do we need to escort you to your car tonight?
Exactly.
$6 card is fine.
No. He has Pokemon to protect him.
But this is what people want, and no one really has
to the Pokestop in Clovis.
They only printed this once. Wizards of the Coast only printed this kind of once, so if you weren't in that store for that week or 2 weeks, you didn't get it. And so they changed it quickly after.
Wait, so how do you? Sorry. How do you know that one's like worth money? Because it doesn't have the
it doesn't have the shadow, and it has a stamp.
Okay.
So like the whole set was printed with a stamp, no shadow.
Got it.
Those are the ones that are the only ones from back in the day.
So if I'm looking for one, those are the ones looking.
They're the only ones. Like the other holo cards, like Charizard's always worth money no matter what he is.
Okay.
Because Charizard's awesome.
Because he's awesome, but like it goes from like $10,
Right.
$20, $80 to that $800, $1,000 range. So just to let people know, so they're not excited when they have their collection. If you don't have that little stamp and no shadow, then just keep it and give it to your kids when they grow up and see the show.
Line your birdcage.
And there you go, because there's a lot of disappointed people going to those stores wanting to get their cards exchanged and nothing. So.
I don't know. I mean, I see people come in on the regular to try to sell comics, and it's like, yeah, these comics are worth nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So after collecting them all, you realize you just wasted your life, just like Ash.
Yep.
Always 10 years old.
The dumbass.
Always 10-year-old.
Didn't go to college.
Yeah.
You know? What are you gonna do?
You had nothing to fall back on. It's
Exactly.
classic, rock star.
Like literally, you are
invested
just.
all-
If only he had gone and got his business degree.
Well, if you're really good, you get a house, I guess, because you're getting a
Go
gym.
to technical college. Come on.
You get a gym.
Exactly.
If you're really good, you get a
You
gym.
put everything into Pokemon.
Animal husbandry, right?
Have you guys seen like the later season?
No,
It's kind of like
I have not.
Well, not the season, but it was like a different separate Pokemon that was like only 6 episodes. I think it's on Hulu. And it actually showed like a future Brock, and he actually was like in control of a gym.
Good for him.
Really? Well, I thought he was in control of the gym in the beginning of the episodes too.
Was he?
Yeah, he was like
found
at his
him in the
rock,
gym.
his
Yeah, he had a
rock
I
gym.
don't remember.
He must have moved
Brock
up
was
a
doing
little bit.
okay for himself.
He
Like
was.
I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't know
he
why
started.
he teamed up with Ash.
Maybe when he started
He's
when
all
he
bad
was
for him.
12.
He's like, this dumb kid is always doing it.
Exactly.
He felt
Like-
really bad for him.
Because, I mean, he has an older brother, so maybe take pity on Nash.
There's
Maybe.
still it's still going. That cartoon series is still going,
Yep.
and it's still doing the same thing where the cartoon comes out with a different league, the video game comes out with a different league, and the card game comes out with a different
It's like
league,
they're planning it.
It's like they're all in cahoots.
Yeah.
and everyone buys into all of it. So
Not Matt Hackney.
not Hackman.
Nope.
Oh,
He's
no.
not paying for any of this shit.
Nope.
Not part of that corporate greed.
Yep.
I don't give into that crap right there.
Says God the iPhone.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So, was there anything else on your list there? Anything else we didn't get to?
What's his name again?
I was chosen to read the creator's name.
Creator's name.
I will read it very authentically if you'd like.
In the voice of Pikachu.
Not in the voice.
Do both. Do both.
I don't know if I
right
can do
way.
that. Okay, I'll do it the right way.
Say his name again like he's a Pokemon.
But Pokemon was created by Satoshi Tajiri.
Say
But
Taji.
let's see if Pikachu is saying it. Let's see, I have to get in Pikachu.
And he was fighting another Pikachu.
Satoshi Tajiri. That was my lightning bolt. If you didn't get that.
We got it. You pulled it.
Got it.
Because Pikachu goes, Pikachu! Whenever Pikachu has to do the lightning bolt. And so, that's where I got that.
This is my favorite episode ever.
I knew it would come in handy one day. Me sitting in my living room going, Pikachu!
Replaying it.
That sounded better this time.
Like, I need to get into a fight. Oh my gosh, I need to get into a physical fight with somebody and then just be like slapping them, but being like, Pika! Pika! Oh, now I really want to do that. Because
Go on the
never.
bike trail and try to see.
Mug somebody.
And then, wouldn't that make a great story? Like, what happened? They yelled Pikachu, like, it was like a Pikachu.
I fell on the ground laughing and they took my wallet.
That was the best.
Just a Team Rocket?
That'd be the most confusing mugging ever.
That'd be the best mugging ever. And then I would, like, give them back their stuff because I'd feel guilty. But, like, just to do it.
I can just picture myself.
I need to get in,
being
like, a
mugged by
bar
her, too.
fight. Like, a bar fight and, like,
I don't understand
Everyone's
what's
laughing.
happening right now.
it would be so confusing.
Why is no one helping me?
You're gonna get in a fight. You're gonna rip the electrical cord out of the wall and be.
Audio's gonna peak. Yeah. It's gonna be bad in this thing. Yeah. It's gonna be a lot.
Oh man.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, I think we're coming up on time here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we want to talk about here? There was a couple cool things to come up recently.
Certain trailers that we watched?
Yeah.
Power Rangers suck.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, the trailer sucks. I don't know about the actual.
I saw someone's comment. It's like you see more of that one guy's abs than you do of the costume.
It just looked.
First of all, no.
As someone who was watching for the abs.
It looked
no.
cheap.
I was looking for Zordon the entire time.
It looked. I know it's a teaser. But to me, it looked cheap. Like, I don't know. I just was like, the production value. Where's the production value? Like, it
Where's
just.
the value?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, I understand that Power Rangers are for kids, but it looks like a kids movie. Like, it doesn't look like a gritty. They're trying to make it gritty. Yeah. It looks like a kids TV show, and it just grittiness didn't translate well so far. I don't know.
Yeah, because they're trying to sell the grittiness of it to the.
Yeah, they're like,
this
is
gonna
be dark.
At the very end, like floating over.
Yeah, that was her.
Rita's green now,
she
right?
float?
I don't know.
I think it was good.
Yeah,
Magic.
her backstory, what it was supposed to be like, she was a fallen ranger. Yeah.
Right. Oh, so she's her own Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
That's deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
I don't know.
I don't know.
But it was supposedly it was accidentally released because it was posted and then removed.
Whoop.
Yeah. So like you think like
sure.
they were waiting for a specific time
Well,
and said, well, fuck it, just leave it.
I thought
up.
it was because it was they were showing it at the New York Comic Con. I think that's wasn't it, right?
But it was it was posted though.
Oh.
It was actually posted to their.
And then they made a mistake with air quotes, like yeah.
I didn't like Luke Cage.
Ooh, that's another episode.
Way to transition right there.
I'll end it right there.
I haven't
There's
watched
no easy
Luke Cage.
way to say that, so I'm just gonna blurt it in the middle of the
Power
Rangers
Rangers
talk.
I should have done it like the commentary at the end of the Pokemon episode.
How did you feel about
I know. Will Richard ever like Luke Cage?
No.
Well, Nick Evers, the abs in Power Rangers.
And will Misty get her bike?
I feel like we're really gonna need to have cliffhangers every episode now.
Yes.
Ending with Misty. Will Misty ever get her bike? Because
we
like
all
you
need to
said,
know that.
yeah.
All right. Where can you find us?
Well, we still have a couple more minutes.
Oh, is it an hour
we
episode?
can be done if you're done.
Can we talk about Luke Cage for a minute?
Yeah, we can talk about Luke Cage.
Dude, we're gonna get way into it if I talk about Luke Cage.
Okay, well, next
I
episode.
haven't seen Luke
No, I
Cage.
have. Okay.
So I'll
give
watch
like a
it.
brief,
You'll watch
for the next episode.
Let's save Luke Cage for let's wait a little bit because we're gonna be doing what's his face, Doctor Strange in October, November.
When does that come?
November.
When does that come out?
Yeah.
November?
So we got like let's
Oh
come
my
back
gosh,
in
that's coming
like
up.
3 weeks. Well, 2 weeks.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
I just finished it.
We got
But,
Zapcon coming up.
Yeah. So yeah, local con. ZapCon. Year 3 for ZapCon. That should be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Are you gonna go, or are you gonna work in your?
I'm running the Artemis game
right,
room.
okay.
Yeah.
Nerd.
So we're doing.
Yeah.
Yes, this is.
I'm gonna
come
stand
there.
and throw Pokemon cards at your ass.
You're gonna bring a bunch of little Pokeballs.
Pokeballs keep throwing at you.
Yeah. No, we're doing two rooms and be 12 computers or two ships to be able to go co-op or versus. And
I was gonna say, yeah,
should be
ships gonna fight each other.
They can.
That's
It
awesome.
all depends on the crew and how they want to do it. But
They're jerks or not.
we've got we're going to set up TeamSpeak, so the comms officers will have headsets and they'll be able to talk to the two ships. So it should be super
Ramming speed.
Yeah, it should be super complicated. The captain to tell the comms officer to tell the comms officer to tell the captain.
You all,
he needs more Mountain Dew.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it should be a lot of fun. Hopefully, I can escape for a little bit and go see the con. Are you guys going to check it out?
I'll go.
Might.
I'll check it out for a bit.
On Saturday.
When is it?
Next weekend. Yeah, Saturday and Sunday. So
15th,
I don't know that this will be posted by then. Yeah, 15th, 16th. But it should be a lot of fun. And
So if it's
everybody
posted
should
after, it was awesome, guys.
Yes.
There was ramming speed. Matt found a bike. We're waiting to hear back from that one.
There's a Pokemon on it, so it might be.
Yeah. So I went to the Wasteland weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like this should be a whole show in itself.
It could be.
I think
honestly
it
could
yeah.
be. It's it's the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Of like, it doesn't really compare like 100% to any one thing. A lot of people kept saying, "Oh, is it Burning Man?" It's like it's just because it's out in the desert. It's kind of where the similarities end. And but it's somebody called it pre-enacting, and I thought that was pretty good. That like it's imagine going to like a Ren fair for the end of the world. Yeah, that's about as close as I can come up with it. Like it's a post-apocalyptic like
Mad Max, right?
Yeah, like Mad Max
pretty
themed
much.
event. Yeah, so they want everyone to be there, or everyone that's like in attendance to have some kind of costume, some kind of post-apocalyptic wear. And some people just had like a dirty T-shirt, and like other people had like the crazy outfits, and then you realize that like, oh, this is just a bunch of cosplay nerds that like they're all walking around with like guns and crazy like like monster vehicles, and it's like, oh, that's just cosplay nerds. That's all it is. Yeah, so it's a lot of fun. Everyone's got like they look super mean and angry, but everyone's in like great spirits, and it's a lot of fun. There's a stage with a bunch of metal bands on all day, and there's a Thunderdome, and there's a group that tours with the Thunderdome, and you can sign up and be able to fight. And it's just fucking
that
nuts.
Pikachu thing out of the way.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, totally. You can go dress
and
up
in reality, they'll probably all really dig it.
Totally.
You go be a wasteland
That'll be
Pikachu.
awesome.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Yeah, man, it was super cool. Just of like trying to come up with my own little costume and like.
Yeah, we saw your
The video.
hammer or like what was it? You brought
the axe.
Yeah, the axe.
Oh yeah.
That was intense.
Yeah. So we made an
You
axe
killed someone, by the way.
out of a baseball bat and ice skates. Yeah. But there was a lot of stuff like that. That's all like salvage stuff, and it's like people are so goddamn clever to come up with stuff. Like imagine like a naval admiral, like how they have the things on their shoulders that are little pompadour, whatever things. Anyway, somebody made those out of a door hinge and like some bolts, and like it was just I thought it was a super clever way to make it out of shit that might have been lying around. But it's awesome to see like the weapons people come up with. And each you can come as an individual to the event, or you can come with a group or a tribe, and your tribe can have a camp and you can do something. So there's like 10 times as many unofficial things to do as there were official things. Like the next to our camp was the Last Chance Casino, and you could go and like barter with them for caps, use bottle caps to gamble in the casino. And so like I brought like a can of peaches, but like the person in front of me told like a dirty joke or something like that. Just whatever you can barter. Yeah, and. They had a bunch of super inappropriate games of like the dildo races where they had corrugated metal and a bunch of little vibrators in there, and they'd lift up the arm, and you'd have to bet on which one could get to the end of the chute first.
There you go. Yeah. End of the world. That's what's going to happen, apparently.
Yeah. Save your dildos.
Save your
dildos.
Save your Pokemon cards that are $7. There you go. And also add that.
So, all right, anything else coming up? Anything you guys are doing?
I think the ZapCon's coming up.
No more K-pop concerts coming up?
No, but I did spend my entire morning watching K-pop videos because that's
practicing Pikachu.
Yeah, and practicing Pikachu. It was a mixture of Pokemon and K-pop. I was judging myself. So, but
was it Pikachu singing K-pop?
No, I haven't YouTubed that, but now that you say that, I'm gonna have to. But no, nothing in the far or near future. I feel like I'm like growing up, and that like I'm making it like one concert a year, and I usually try to go to like a festival or something. But at my peak, I was doing like 3. So now I'm getting more mature. So I only go to one K-pop festival a year.
When you said peak, I thought you were going to go into a Pikachu reference.
No.
Your Pika peak.
Now it's like I feel like I've hit my stride, so I'll just have to keep throwing Pikachu out there.
All right.
Yeah.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
No other nerdy stuff?
Nothing to.
I think the Nord should close us out by reading like our ending credits and the Pikachu.
But
it won't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense.
We'll see if it goes.
Like, I mean, if you wanted me to actually read up something,
how about Matt says it and you translate it?
It would just be Pika, 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 Pika.
Go ahead, do it, Matt. Just translate. Just translate.
What if Pikachu is trying to become more human-like? So he's learned that
Pikachu is not Meowth, okay?
But what if?
Pikachu don't need no love.
There's a fanfic out there about that. Come on.
Gosh. We are not delving into that stuff.
Very, very dark.
All right, you can find us at NoTownNerds.com. We are on iTunes.
Shut up.
And we're on Twitter. Go ahead and follow us and like us on Facebook. subscribe on iTunes.
Pikachu.
Oh man, it's so bad right now.
Put you in your ball for later.